Aha, they thought they had you trapped? Nah, not even close. They set the perfect trap, thinking you'd fall like everyone else. Oh, you saw right through it, and now, yeah, they're furious, raging behind the scenes. But here's the thing. You're not just surviving, you're dominating. Every move they planned, every whisper, every shadow, you flipped it. And that's pure power, raw insight, unstoppable mind. So stick around. Yeah. Don't scroll away. Every second of this video will show you how to turn traps into triumph. Learn the secrets, see the truth, and rise above it all. Because here's the truth. Not everyone gets this chance. Not everyone sees the trap before it snaps. But you're different. You're awake. You're unstoppable. So let's dive deep, buckle up, and watch every second. They think they hold the strings, but strings are fragile, easily snapped. Oh, the arrogance of the world never ceases to amaze. They built it all, the whispers in the hallways, the half-smiles that hid daggers, the promises that were really traps. Every gesture, every shadow, every calculated pause, they crafted it with meticulous precision, as if they could choreograph reality itself. And yeah, they believed it was perfect, unstoppable, untouchable. They thought the cage they built would hold you. But here's the brutal truth. The cage only exists where the mind allows it to exist. And your mind, untamed, sharp, vigilant. You didn't stumble into their trap. No, you saw it, felt its edges, traced every hidden thread, and stepped aside with a calm that was almost obscene in its clarity. They built walls meant to confine you, but walls are illusions for those who refuse to be imprisoned. The more they tightened their control, the more visible their fear became to you. If only they could see themselves now. They plotted, they whispered, they assumed weakness. And oh, how delicious it is to watch certainty crumble into panic when the mark has already read the map. You moved through the storm like a shadow, walking on air. Every perfect plan they smirked over now looks fragile, like glass under the weight of a silent hurricane. Every move meant to ensnare you ricochets and lands squarely in their own cage. Think about it. The ones who think they are predators often forget one key element. Intelligence does not scream. Strategy does not call attention. Calm does not apologize. While they shouted, maneuvered, and forced the narrative, you observed, you calculated. You waited. Oh, the sweet satisfaction of being the calm eye in the hurricane. Yeah, it changes the air. It changes everything. Their frustration is rising. They can feel it. Every failed attempt, every miscalculated move. It's a mirror now reflecting their own inadequacy. And it is blinding. Nah, not really blinding. More like exposing, stripped bare. They never expected you to see the hidden currents, the traps beneath their traps, the subtle misdirections layered so thick that only a mind honed on discipline could untangle them. And you did, step by careful step, thought by deliberate thought. They are furious, but fury is useless without understanding, and understanding, that was always yours to wield. And here's the edge of it all. The trap they set. The one they whispered about in shadowed corners. The one they celebrated in quiet arrogance. What if I told you it was never meant for you to fall? What if it was only meant to reveal something far greater? Their anger is irrelevant. Their illusion of control is a toy you've already dismantled. You've turned their pride against them, their plans into stepping stones, and their confidence into dust. So tell me, what happens when the prey sees the predator's reflection in the mirror and decides to rewrite the rules? The sharpest weapon is invisible, and it lives where they least expect it. Oh, you felt it, didn't you? That sudden clarity when the world's chaos tried to swallow you whole, but you were already a step ahead. While they scrambled in shadows, believing confusion would cloud your judgment, your mind moved like water, calm, unstoppable, relentless. Every trap, every calculated lie, every smile meant to deceive, you saw it. And yeah, it thrilled you. Not the chaos, not the danger, but the power of understanding what others cannot. Clarity is a blade, silent yet deadly. It cuts through deceit like sunlight through smoke, and suddenly everything they believed in is fragile. They thought their dominance was certain. They thought their perfect trap was foolproof. Nah, it wasn't. Not because they failed to plan, but because they never considered a mind disciplined enough to anticipate the invisible currents beneath their schemes. They are furious. Oh, they rage quietly, yet their fury vibrates like a low hum beneath every move. Every misstep they take, every whisper they send, it ricochets back to them. Every effort to manipulate, to coerce, to dominate, collapses into their own web. You are untouchable because you have seen the machinery of their intentions, traced the mechanics of every thought they hope to hide. While they rely on noise, you rely on silence. While they act, you observe. And what a revelation it is to know that power isn't loud. Power doesn't need to boast or threaten. Power waits. Power calculates, and when the moment comes, it strikes, not to destroy, but to illuminate, to awaken, to show the truth hidden in plain sight. Every subtle move you make is a reflection of patience and precision, a reminder that no cage can contain the mind that refuses to yield. Oh, they will never forgive this. Their rage, sharp as it is meaningless. They cannot touch the calm, they cannot infiltrate foresight, and they cannot reverse the inevitability of their own misjudgment. Their perfect plan shattered, their confidence exposed. And yet, you do not gloat, you simply prepare. Every observation becomes strategy, every silence becomes leverage. The storm they feared, it already lives within you. So now the question rises. What becomes of those who thought they controlled the game when the game itself is rewritten? When a mind sees the trap and turns it into its own path, can anything built on deception survive the truth? Patience is not surrender. It is the quiet strike before the storm. Oh, can you feel it? That tense silence that hangs heavy like a knife over everything they thought they controlled. They expected you to react. They expected a flinch, a misstep, a tremor in your confidence. But here you are, unmoved, unshaken, a presence so deliberate it bends the tension around you. Every calculated pause, every careful observation, every unseen step you take only tightens the web of inevitability around them. Yeah, they underestimated the power of waiting. They assumed that action equals strength, that noise equals dominance. They are learning painfully that strength wears many faces. Calm is strength, silence is strength. The ability to watch, to listen, to anticipate is the blade they cannot feel until it is already through their defenses. And oh, when they realize it, the fury will be breathtaking. You are aware of every pattern. You see the hidden pressures behind their forced confidence. Every smirk, every whispered hint, every attempt to manipulate the narrative gone, exposed. Nah, it isn't about revenge yet. It isn't about proving them wrong. It is about understanding. It is about patience, strategy, and transformation. You are unshakable because your mind moves in dimensions they cannot reach. And here's the cruel elegance of it. The very traps designed to ensnare you are now instruments to forge your power. Every attempt they make, every plan they whisper in shadowed corridors, becomes your rehearsal for victory. The storm they imagined would destroy you is already rehearsing your mastery, shaping your discipline, refining your insight. They will see the results. They will feel the shift. And they will panic, but not until you decide the moment has come. Wow, the sheer anticipation of it, the weight of knowing what is about to unfold. You do not rush. You do not force the outcome. You are not governed by impulse. Impulse is the weapon of the predictable. You are governed by foresight. And with foresight, everything becomes a map of possibility. Every threat an opportunity. Every whisper of fear a tool for transformation. The calm is not emptiness. The calm is preparation. The calm is mastery. They cannot grasp it, because they never learned that true power resides in the unseen, in the disciplined, in the mind that refuses to yield to chaos. And when they finally understand, when they finally awaken to the truth of your presence, the world they imagined controlling will have already shifted beneath their feet. So what happens when the storm they feared isn't destruction, but revelation? Some think strength is loud. Some think it is forced. They are wrong. Oh, the irony. The very ones who tried to cage you, who plotted and whispered, who celebrated their control in shadowed corners, now tremble, not because you struck, but because you exist. Every calculated choice, every quiet observation, every disciplined moment has shaped a power they cannot touch, cannot mimic, cannot even comprehend. And wow, the satisfaction of realizing they cannot undo what was never theirs to begin with. It is intoxicating. Yes, they rage. Yes, their fury grows like smoke curling in a suffocating room. But their anger is meaningless. Why? Because real power does not need to assert itself loudly. Real power thrives in silence, in precision, in the ability to convert adversity into an unshakable foundation. Their traps, their whispered threats, their supposed control, all of it has become fuel for your rise. And yeah, it is beautiful. Because they never anticipated a mind disciplined enough to anticipate every shadow, every hidden move, every twisted design. Nah. Don't mistake this for arrogance. This is awareness. This is clarity. This is the quiet dominance of someone who has turned threat into opportunity, manipulation into insight, deception into a proving ground. They thought the battlefield was theirs, but the battlefield belongs to whoever sees the unseen, moves before the expected, and acts with purpose rather than panic. And oh, when they finally see the truth, it will be irreversible. Every misstep they made, every attempt to outsmart, every overreach, it has become your proving ground. Every failure they whispered about, every boast they made in confidence, has been silently collected, analyzed, and transformed into strategy. You are untouchable, not because of luck, not because of chance, but because of discipline. because of foresight, because of the calm mastery that turns every threat into leverage, every obstacle into a tool, every sneer into evidence of their own vulnerability. The storm they imagined would consume you, it now moves through them. The revelation of power is not a loud eruption. It is subtle. It is calculated. It is inevitable. And they will watch it unfold, powerless, as the outcome they never considered becomes reality. You do not gloat. You do not provoke. You simply exist in the certainty of your strength, the inevitability of your foresight, and the clarity of your mind. And now the question rises, sharper than any blade. When all is revealed, when the truth stands undeniable, what remains for those who built their world on illusion and deceit? They built a cage. You became the storm inside it. Oh, the moment arrives. The air is thick with tension. Every calculated breath a countdown. They thought their plan would destroy you. They thought certainty was theirs. And wow, to witness their shock when reality refuses to obey their script, priceless. The trap meant to ensnare you has become your proving ground. Every deception they whispered, every shadow they cast, every corner they fortified, they only paved the way for your ascendancy. You move like the wind. No cage can hold. Your eyes see the currents they cannot measure. Your mind navigates paths they cannot imagine. Yeah, it is quiet, it is subtle, but it is unstoppable. Each choice you make, each pause you take, shapes a force that cannot be contained. They are furious, but fury is irrelevant here. It does not alter strategy. It does not bend the mind that refuses to yield. Their rage is only proof of your foresight, a sign that they have finally glimpsed the consequences of underestimating the disciplined mind. Nah, this is not about vengeance. It is about revelation. The revelation that strength is not brute. It is not loud. It is the ability to remain unshaken, to convert threats into opportunity, to transform adversity into a foundation no trap can destabilize. Every move they calculated against you is now a reflection of your mastery. Their chaos feeds your clarity. Their manipulation enhances your precision. Their arrogance fuels your calm. And oh, the realization that comes when they finally understand they are powerless to reverse what was never theirs to control. The fear in their eyes, the confusion in their steps, the unraveling of their plans. It is not destruction you wield, it is inevitable. You are the living proof that discipline, foresight, and mental mastery are forces no deception can match. Every obstacle they planted, every whispered plot, every shadowed corner, they all converge into a single truth. The mind that cannot be trapped is untouchable. You do not need chaos to assert dominance. You do not need fury to command respect. You exist as a force refined by observation, fortified by patience, and sharpened by clarity. And now, the battlefield is yours. Not because you overpowered them, but because you transcended their expectations entirely. Oh, the final revelation is intoxicating. Every attempt they made to control you now collapses into lessons they cannot reverse. Every plan, every snare, every whispered deceit, they have built your stage for triumph, and you perform with absolute precision. And yeah, it is quiet, it is disciplined, it is unstoppable. And so as their fury consumes them and their illusions crumble, you stand untouched, unshakable, and unseen. The trap that was meant to destroy you It has become the proving ground that forged you into something